Hello everyone. As of this video going live, it's now been just about 1 full month since I last uploaded a YouTube video. And indeed, my previous video was yet another status update video, much like this one, wherein I explained that life had pretty much kicked me in the balls. My much beloved grandmother had passed away of old age at 94. My mother got COVID-19, and I myself was starting to feel really sick. So, a month since the last video upload has way more time than I would have hoped for. But what can you do, you know? So I need to explain what's been going on. So, the mourning period has certainly passed. Like, the last tears have been shed, the pain has dulled, hasn't gone away, and I don't imagine it ever will, really, but that's life. My mother has made a complete and full recovery. She is now back to perfect health. She's fine. As for me, meanwhile, I can't say the same. COVID-19 hit me much harder than it did my mother and my father, because he ended up getting it too, but he actually had it the best out of all of us. So, for me, yeah, I tested positive, and then I was in for a solid week of delirium and misery. It just bowled me over. Like, all three of us, my mother and father and I, we've all had COVID-19 before, way back in, like, when it first started in 2020. But this time we were all vaccinated, so it was not as bad. However, just like back then, I've been left with a really bad, awful cough. Like, look, the initial wave of it for me this time was really bad. Like, there was one full day where I couldn't even get out of bed, and I was too weak to even think. Over the whole thing, I ended up losing a total of like 15 pounds. God, it was just miserable agony. And then, for the last 2 weeks or so, I've been left with just the most horrible, awful, persistent cough in the world. And indeed, you've already heard me do a bit of coughing here. And that's the big problem I'm facing. My hobby of choice is recording huge... My hobby of choice is recording huge videos for YouTube. I speak into a microphone for 1 hour straight, and in the case of some videos I do, I give video game characters wacky voices, like for the Ace Attorney Let's Plays I'm doing. And so, a big, huge, stinking cough would just render my videos unwatchable and extremely annoying. Like, I'm just doing my best here trying to get through this short one, and I really can't do it without coughing. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to just wait until I'm fully better and I don't cough anymore. And it's been 2 weeks with this cough, and it's like 95% gone, but the last 5% is just kind of hanging on there, and I hate it. So yeah, videos... daily uploads will resume soon. When is soon? I don't know. Just soon. Like, we're well past, like, the halfway point on this wait for me to return, you know? Okay. Like, it's been a full month, and maybe, like, in a week? Hopefully, I don't know. I just don't know when this goddamn cough is going away, okay? Anywho, I need to actually talk a bit about what's gonna happen on my channel once I do return. So, of course, the Ace Attorney Let's Play, Miles Edgeworth Investigations, that's not going anywhere. Of course, I love it. Ace Attorney is my bread and butter. I friggin' adore it. It's the best series in the world. And I just can't wait to dive right back into that. Meanwhile, in the other time slot on my channel is... currently Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke. And frankly speaking, I'm completely over it. There's not a single part of me that wants to play Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke again. I feel no desire, no urge, I just don't want to touch it. And frankly speaking, I felt that way for a while now because I beat the Johto Elite Four. I felt really happy and content. I was like, oh yeah, I finished the game. Wait, what do you mean I'm only halfway over? Yeah, the Let's Play ended up being much longer than I anticipated, even for a JRPG. And even with me using, like, cheaty hacks to level up my Pokemon to par. It's just too much time. And it's not very fun. Not as fun as I was hoping it would be. And all things considered, I felt like I was just kind of phoning it in for the Kanto videos thus far. And the reality of it is, I don't feel like going back and doing more Let's Play videos for that, so I want to sincerely apologize to those of you who were enjoying that series, but yeah, I don't think it would be a good idea to return to Pokemon Heart Gold, so, you know, never say never. Maybe one day inspiration will strike and I'll feel like I want to go back to it, but... Right, so... one day... I mean, I'll keep all the save files, I'll keep everything as it is, so if I do want to jump back in, I can just pick things right back up. So that raises the question of what I will be playing in place of it. Well, that's going to be a playthrough I have planned for a very, very long time. I'm going to instead be playing Dark Souls 3, the Convergence mod. I am a mega fan of From Software's modern titles, like all the Dark Souls games, and Sekiro, and Bloodborne, and Elden Ring, and Demon Souls, and all that goodness. Dark Souls 3 is one of my favorites of that lot, and the Convergence mod is a big community-made project that overhauls the game top to bottom, adding way more new bosses, items, enemies, and changing level shakeups, level designs, and it just changes so much. And I feel like it would be a really fun thing to do a quote-unquote blind playthrough of a From Software game. I mean, I know Dark Souls 3 like the back of my hand, but the Convergence mod just seems really fun. From what little I've seen of it, and heard of it. So... yeah, when I do come back, I'll be beginning with a few videos of those, and then I'll alternate back to Miles Edgeworth Investigations, and then we'll go back and forth as is tradition. So, yeah. Thanks for listening, and I hope you can understand where I'm coming from. I just can't wait for my stupid cough to get better. So, until then, please take care.